Did you know that LEGO fully leaked their collab with Pokemon a year before they were supposed to announce it? Or even worse, that they leaked dozens of unreleased prototypes for LEGO Star Wars in 2012? And these aren't even the worst leaks in LEGO, because people have actually figured out loopholes to finding unreleased sets by looking for instructions on LEGO.com. It's been going on for years, and LEGO still hasn't bothered to fix it. They have an instructions website where you can download PDFs for any set they've ever made. The idea is that if you lose your instructions or buy a used set without them, you can just grab them from the website. But the problem is they upload instructions to their servers before the actual sets are announced. And since BrickLink goes directly to LEGO's own instruction servers for every set in their database, people figured out they could just start guessing set numbers. You type in a number, and if instructions exist, they'll load. So fans just started trying numbers until they found something. The Luke Skywalker lightsaber gift set is one of the most popular cases. People found the full instructions sitting on LEGO's website before LEGO ever said the set existed. But finding instructions requires some effort and mostly luck. So let me show you something that's way more systematic. In 2025, a Reddit user figured out how to use BrickLink's inventory comparison tool to expose canceled sets that were never even announced. BrickLink pulls all its data directly from LEGO's official parts database. When LEGO plans a set, they make a spot for it in the database with every part listed out. And even if it gets canceled, sometimes the data just sits there because someone forgot to delete it. So this guy on Reddit started looking for gaps in set numbers and comparing inventory data. And he found stuff LEGO never wanted anyone to see. An early version of the Bad Batch shuttle showed up with a completely different cockpit design and no speeder bikes. There was a canceled 2021 UCS set that was supposed to have Count Dooku for the 20th anniversary, and way more. Brick Fanatics actually verified all of this by doing the process themselves and finding the same data. So this is 100% confirmed. The thing is though, this exact same database problem happened with LEGO Dimensions too. When the theme got canceled in October of 2017, all the planned Year 3 expansion packs were scrapped. LEGO wasn't going to make them or announce them, but here's what they forgot. They'd already put all the parts data for those canceled packs into BrickLink's database. The same Reddit user who found the canceled Star Wars sets used the exact same comparison model for Dimensions, and they found everything LEGO had planned for Year 3. A Ghostbusters 2016 Holtzman Fun Pack, Knight Rider, Teen Titans Go. There were even mysterious entries labeled connectable that made it seem like LEGO was making an entirely new building concept that nobody knew existed. Now, sometimes leaks come from places like this, but other times they come from places LEGO legally has to use. Before LEGO can sell a set, they have to submit it for safety certifications in every country they sell to. Different regions have different safety standards, so LEGO sends the sets to testing agencies who make sure they meet the standards. And those certification listings are usually publicly searchable on government websites before LEGO makes any announcement. Jay's Brick blog talked about finding a blurry picture of Gringotts Wizarding Bank in a database way before the set was revealed. Fans who pay attention just check these databases all the time, looking for new sets, and since LEGO legally has to do this, there's no real way to avoid it. But now, let me show you a leak that was just pure stupidity. In March of 2025, LEGO's official Mexico Facebook page posted a 13-second teaser video. Just a short clip showing LEGO bricks building Pikachu's tail. But the problem was that LEGO hadn't announced their collab with Pokemon yet, so this trailer gave away the entire thing. The video was online for maybe a few minutes before someone at LEGO realized what happened and deleted it. But by then, Reddit's LEGO Leaks community had already downloaded and archived the whole thing. So LEGO was forced to officially confirm the collab the same day, because denying it would have been pointless. Apparently, LEGO Mexico just published their announcement early without checking if corporate had given the green light yet, so they really messed that one up. But the funny part is, Pokemon leaked again in early 2026 in an even more embarrassing way. Before LEGO made any announcement announcement about which specific Pokemon sets were coming, fans found product pages live on international versions of LEGO.com. The Kanto region badge collection and the Pikachu and Pokeball set were both up with full descriptions and pictures. LEGO made the product pages in advance to be ready for the launch, and someone published them way too early, so fans just stumbled onto them while browsing the website. But if you think leaking 2 sets is bad, let me tell you what happened at the Shanghai trade show in November of 2025. LEGO revealed the Tulip Bouquet set at the China International Import Expo and put the product page live on their website. The page had pictures showing the set from different angles and in different settings, but in one of those marketing lifestyle photos, there were 3 unannounced botanical sets just sitting casually in the background. The daisy set, the flowering cactus, and the peace lily were all on the table behind the tulips, so fans noticed basically immediately. But this isn't even the only time this happened with botanicals. The flower wall set was in LEGO's official promo before there was any announcement about it. BrickLink documented that LEGO showed the set on their own before they'd officially announced it, exactly like the tulip situation. But it also happened with Happy Plants 2. The sequel to the Happy Plants set got leaked when a low-res promo pic surfaced, showing 2 new plant pots sitting next to the 2025 version. Game Rant described it as a prematurely emerged promotional image from an official LEGO source, but sometimes the mistake is even simpler than that. LEGO posted images of the unreleased 2026 McLaren F1 car when they were supposed to be showing a different version that was already released. So the very first images anyone saw of the new Technic F1 car came from LEGO mixing up their own files. They had 2 McLaren F1 sets with similar names and similar looks, so someone grabbed the wrong images when they were updating the website. But sometimes it's not the image itself that leaks something, it's what's on the packaging. The 2025 Field Flowers polybag had LEGO botanicals printed at the top of the bag, instead of LEGO icons like every other botanical set. This was a small detail that most people wouldn't think twice about, but it basically confirmed that botanicals was splitting off from icons and becoming its own theme before LEGO made a statement about it. Brick fanatics noticed this and predict that this would happen, because another polybag did something similar. When LEGO officially revealed the 2025 Mini Ninja Combo Mech polybag, the packaging had artwork showing a storm destroying a village. This just seemed like decorative box art, until people realized it matched a lot of unannounced Ninjago sets that were rumored to be coming out in 2025. The Storm Rider Mech, the Storm Dragon, and the Dragonian Storm Village all had this same storm theme. So LEGO accidentally confirmed an entire story arc for an unreleased Ninjago wave by printing it on the packaging for a polybag. But now, let me show you something that happens on a regular basis and LEGO just doesn't seem to care. LEGO publishes the official Star Wars magazine through different publishers in different countries. The German edition comes out a month before the UK edition, and the back cover of every magazine shows what free minifigure is coming in next month's issue. So fans in Germany can see what's coming in next month's magazine a full month before fans in the UK even get this month's issue. But now let's talk about the Burrow leak, because it was genuinely insane. On September 5th, 2024, the official LEGO House Instagram posted a photo promoting a Harry Potter designer signing event. Designer George Gilliatt was the main guest, so they posted a photo of him. But in that photo, he's holding a sealed box of the Burrow Collector's Edition set, which at the time hadn't been announced yet. The post went live to hundreds of thousands of followers, and then it got deleted, probably within minutes once someone realized what had happened. But Jay's Brick blog had already independently verified it was real. A couple days later, LEGO had to announce the Burrow set just like they did with Pokemon. But at least the Burrow was just a simple deleted post. In August of 2022, something way crazier happened. Multiple customers in New Zealand ordered the Lion Knight's castle set, but when they got their packages, they found the Hogwarts Express Collector's Edition set instead. This was a completely different set that hadn't been officially revealed by LEGO yet. Nobody outside of LEGO was supposed to know it even existed. A Reddit user named Legend of Tovan documented the entire unboxing, posting photos of the instructions, the stickers, everything. So this was a pretty big blunder on LEGO's part. But this isn't even the only time it's happened. It happened again in September of 2024. A Reddit user ordered the Burrow set, and with their purchase, they were supposed to get a gift set called Borgin and Burks. But when they got the package, LEGO had sent them over the moon with Pharrell Williams instead. This was an unreleased set that wasn't supposed to ship for months. LEGO contacted them and confirmed it was a warehouse mistake and sent them the correct gift instead. But the customer apparently kept the Pharrell set anyway, even though LEGO asked them to send it back. I can't tell if bro is a legend or a scammer. What do you think? Anyways, now let me tell you the story of how the return of Bionicle in 2015 got leaked 4 times before it actually happened. The first one was way back in December of 2013. LEGO concept developer Asger Johansson updated his public LinkedIn profile. His description said he was developing the concept, story, and communication for a new LEGO action figure theme launching in 2015. Now, his previous work included Hero Factory and Galaxy Squad, which were both action figure themes. So LEGO fan sites immediately started connecting the dots and theorizing that this mystery theme could be Bionicle returning from cancellation. It was just a theory, but in fans' heads, it was 100% true. So what happened next? Well, in July of 2014, fans started noticing something really weird on LEGO.com. If you went to the website and typed Bionicle into the search bar, it would redirect you to a coming soon page. But if you searched for other discontinued themes like Atlantis or Power Miners, you just got normal search results or nothing. This spread across the entire LEGO community like wildfire. LEGO noticed what was happening and quickly changed the search to show Hero Factory instead, trying to cover their tracks. But Brickset immediately called them out, saying that must mean they accidentally released that news too soon. But it gets even better. In September of 2014, LEGO posted a teaser image on Google+, building hype for a mystery announcement. The image was cryptic and didn't show much. The whole point was to build hype around their announcement. But a Brickset commenter looked at the image URL and noticed something hilarious. The file name was Bionicle4new.jpg. The mystery announcement was supposed to be mysterious, and LEGO just put the answer directly in the file name where everyone could see it. The fan wrote at the time that it kinda lessens the excitement just a tad bit, obviously being sarcastic. But the fourth leak happened 4 days before the official reveal, literally right before the finish line. Gadanui from BZ Power found a product image on the image cache servers for LEGO's website. The image showed a golden mask that clearly belonged to a Bionicle character. The Brick fan covered it as a separate story, saying how this looked exactly like the thumbnail image that would be on LEGO's product page once the sets actually launched. Along with this, people also found an animation file on the cache. LEGO was actively building the Bionicle product page on their publicly accessible servers before making any announcement. The entire page was under construction in a place where anyone could find it if they knew where to look. Moving on from Bionicle though, this next one is one of the weirdest possible ways a set could leak. In August of 2021, YouTuber M&R Productions was looking at official screenshots for LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga video game. In one of the screenshots, there was an AT-AT that was way bigger and more detailed than any AT-AT set that existed at the time. This lined up with lots of rumors that LEGO was working on a UCS AT-AT. The theory M&R came up with was that LEGO had given the game developers at TT Games early access to the physical model so they could recreate it in the game. And then someone at LEGO or TT Games used a screenshot with that set in the official marketing without realizing it would be a leak. The UCS AT-AT officially released in November of 2021, and it definitely looks a lot like the one in the Skywalker saga. But to end the video, let me show you what is probably the single biggest LEGO leak of all time. In 2012, Fast Company magazine published an article about LEGO's headquarters in Denmark. The article had a picture of one of the design studios, which is a cool inside scoop. The only problem is that there were dozens of unreleased Star Wars prototype sets clearly visible in this picture. Collectors who analyzed the photo spotted what looked like UCS versions of the Hyena droid bomber, an FX medical droid, an Imperial probe droid, and there was even a red TIE interceptor, and none of these sets were ever officially announced. Some of them eventually got made years later, but most of them never saw the light of day. This was a way bigger inside scoop than what Fast Company probably planned on releasing, but the fans were definitely happy about it. But which leak surprised you the most? Be sure to let me know down in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe.